functions. These functions are used to do small calculations in SQL. To do small calculations. Yeah. To do small calculations. For example, I have a column called marks. I'm storing the marks of one particular student. In 4 subjects, he got these many marks. If I want total marks, I can use sum of marks as a function. Sum of marks will returns me the total value, which is 380. Sum of marks will return me the total value. Sum is a function. Sum is a function which is used to calculate the total value. Similarly, if I take max of marks, it will return the maximum value. What is the maximum value in this particular column? 100. It will return 100. If I take min of marks, min means minimum value, it will print 90. If I take average of marks, AVG, it will bring the average of 4 values, which is 95. If you print count of marks, what count function will do? What is the purpose of using count function? It will calculate number of records. How many records are there totally here? 4. It will return 4. If you use distinct of marks, distinct will remove duplicate values. Now what will it return? 90 and 100. 90 and 100. If you use count of distinct of marks, what will it give? Count of distinct of marks. First, it will execute distinct of marks, will remove duplicates, distinct will remove duplicates. And there will be only 2 values. It will calculate the count. What will be the count? 2. Will return 2. Like this, functions are used to do small calculations. All these are aggregate functions. Sum, max, min, average, count, distinct count. All these are aggregate functions. To do small calculations like this, we have a concept called functions. In these functions, we have 2 different types of functions are there. They are system defined functions. System defined functions and user defined functions. User defined functions. We have 2 types of functions called system defined functions and user defined functions. System defined functions means these functions are given by system itself. SQL itself gave these functions. We didn't create them. It means some max, min, average, count, distinct. All these functions are given by SQL. We are just using them, that's all. We didn't created these functions. If we used count of star in some query, we didn't created this count function, right? It is already created by SQL. It is given by SQL and we just utilized it. It is already given by SQL and we just utilized it. When it comes to user defined functions, we have to create them. Developer should create them. Developer should create them. Why do we need to create the functions? Already system gave a lot of functions. These are aggregate functions. Similarly, we have time, date and time functions like timestamp, diff, now of. Like that, we have current date. We have date and time functions also. We have text functions also. We are going to learn them. We have text functions also. Like this, we have multiple types of functions. Even though we have multiple types of functions, why do we need to create again more functions? Yeah, if we have specific requirement and if we want to do customized calculations. For example, you are working for bank application. No bank will ask you your age. No bank will ask you the age. Directly, no bank will ask you age. What they will do means they will ask your date of birth, or from your proofs or from your submissions, they will capture your date of birth, and they will calculate the age. Because if we have any restriction like bank should not give account if age less than 18, like that. If we have any restrictions like that, for suppose some student of 14 years or 13 years came to bank, he know that a bank will not give account if age is less than 18. And if we ask him to fill a form by inserting his age, by giving his age, he will just write 25. If we just ask age, he will write 25. He will think that at least I will get account. He don't know the importance, right? He will just write some value to get the account. That's why to calculate age, we should write some function. We cannot ask the customer to give his age. And when it comes to stored procedures, we can calculate something in stored procedures also, right? In stored procedure, we can do anything. We can write anything in stored procedure. We can pass parameters. We can declare variables. We can write multiple queries. We can write insert or update queries. Anything can be done in stored procedure. But then why can't we write in stored procedures? We can write in stored procedures, but there is one issue in stored procedure. We cannot use stored procedure in insert, update, delete, or select query. We cannot insert stored procedure in We cannot use stored procedure in insert, update, delete, or select query. You cannot execute select star from stored procedure name like that. For executing stored procedure, we have one other thing called call. If you execute stored procedure, try to execute stored procedure once in workbench. In the new page, you will get something called call procedure. Call procedure name with parameter. We cannot execute stored procedure in a select query or insert query or update query or delete query. But function can be executed in all the following queries. For example, we gave while creating transaction details table, we gave default now off. Default value as now off for transaction type. Default now off. This now off is a function. This now off is a function which is used to print current date and time. We give default now off. Whenever the person is doing transaction, it will print that current date and time automatically. We are using, instead of insert, we are using it. Like this, we can use function wherever we want. We can use a function wherever we want. Okay, let us see about this particular function. Here for creating functions also, you will have some option called functions. You have to do a right click on them and you will get the option called create function and you will be entered to new page. Create function name. And you have to mention what is the value it is going to return. You have to mention what is the value it is going to return. Function will always return single value output. It will return only single value. It will not return multiple values. It will return only single value. Sometimes it will work row wise, sometimes it will work column wise based on the requirement. But it will return only single value. Let us write a function to do age calculation. Create function age calculator. To calculate the age, what should we take as parameter? What should customer give? Or what will be the input from the customer? We will take date of birth. Date of birth will be the input. We will scan date of birth from some proof or we will ask him to enter the date of birth. Parameter underscore date of birth. The data type is date. Date is the data type for date of birth. And this function will return age of the person. It is going to return integer or you can mention int also. Int or integer, whatever both are said. Parameter, to represent it as a parameter. Will return integer and begin and end. In between begin and end, we have to write the query. Select. If I have one date, what is the function that we can use to find the time gap between two age values, two date values? Function, what is the function that we can use to find time difference between two values or time gap between two values. Timestamp diff. Timestamp diff. Select timestamp diff of. We will calculate age in years. Year, comma. What will be the start date to calculate the age? Start date is date of birth, right? We will calculate age as time difference between date of birth and present date. What is your age? From date of birth to present age, what is the time gap? It is your age, yes or no? Start date is date of birth, which is parameter underscore date of birth, which you are giving as input. You will take this value here. End date is present date. How can you take present date? Now of function. Now of. The difference between start date and end date is age. And I am taking difference in years. We will calculate age in years, right? We will not calculate in months or days. What will I do? As var underscore age. I will pass the output into this variable. After that, I will declare one variable as I am passing output into variable. Declare var underscore age. And data type is tiny. Data type tiny. Now here near return, by default it will be return 1. You have to mention what is the value that you are returning. You are returning some value of integer data type. Here as we are taking tiny, we have to mention tiny. Returns tiny. As we are returning single value, we have to mention what is the value that we are returning. What is the value that we are returning here? What is the value that we want to print in the output? No, we return tiny data type. We will return some number. What will we return? Here I am taking what is the purpose of this query? To calculate the age. What should we return? We should return age of the person, right? Here in this variable, I am storing the age of that particular person. Return variable underscore age. Select timestamp diff in a year. Between start date is date of birth, start date is date of birth, and end date is current date, which is given by now of function. And the difference between start date and the end date will be passed into this corresponding variable. Sorry, not as. We have to give into. Sorry, yes. Into variable underscore age. Into variable underscore age. The output of this particular query will be passed into this corresponding variable. And I declare the variable to store this output. And I am printing the same variable. If you click on apply, we will get the error for the first time. Query is correct, but we will get error for the first time. We will get error. Here you will have something called log underscore bin underscore trust underscore function creators. Copy this particular thing. From log to function creators, copy everything. Go to normal page, paste it. Before that, write. Before that particular thing, right? Set global log underscore bin underscore trust underscore function creators equal to 1. Why do we use equal to 1? Why do we use equal to 0 or equal to 1? Equal to 0 is used to turn off anything. Set SQL safe updates equal to 0. to turn off
Yes, sir, you previously said that.
safety updates. Here, if we use equal to 1 to turn on something, here we are writing log underscore bin underscore trust function creators. Trust function creators means we are creating some functions. SQL already gave us some functions. Beyond that, based on our requirement, we are creating one new function. Based on our requirement, we are creating one new function. That's why if we try to create any function directly, SQL will not believe us. We will not have permissions to create functions directly. That's why we should ask SQL trust function creators. You can trust the function creator. He knows how to create functions. That's why to ask it to give this particular request, you have to execute this query. Set global log underscore bin underscore trust underscore function underscore creators. We execute this particular query. Hmm? 0 is used to turn off. If you use this particular thing, no, only for the first time. First time we have to execute it. Only for one time we will execute this. Yeah, it is one command. Yeah, same thing. To turn on functions, to turn on creating functions, permissions for creating functions, we have to use the same. Only one time if you execute it, it will be turned on. And you can create a number of functions. Now if I click on apply, function will be executed successfully. Click on finish. Near functions, you will have some expansion button. Here, if you check f of age calculator, if you click on the thunder button, you will ask to input your date of birth. If you click on execute, after inserting date, it will print your age. See, it is executing in select query. Select Besant Bank dot age calculator, database name dot function name, and it is giving parameter like select now of. Even if you don't give this Besant Bank dot, it will work. For example, if you are creating any fitness application, nowadays lot of fitness applications came, right? Like Cult Fit, many applications are there. Many fitness applications are there. If you insert your height and weight there, it will calculate the body mass index. Body mass index. And it will show you what is your body mass index, whether you are in obesity or normal position or morbid obesity, something. To calculate this body mass index also, SQL will not give any functions. We have to create our customized function. It is a customized calculation. Based on our requirement, we have to write a function. To calculate that body mass index, we have a function. Let me write a function. Function body mass index. Here we will have two inputs. Height and weight. We have to take height and weight of the person as input. Parameter underscore height, which is parameter underscore height, which is float. Float. Float will accept decimal values because we will give height 5.4, 5.3 like that, right? We cannot round it to 5 or 6 directly. And weight, it is also float. Parameter underscore weight. We are taking height and weight as input. We are taking height and weight as input. And this function will return a float value. Float value. Float value. And in between begin and end, we are going to write the query. The formula for calculating body mass index is weight by height square. Weight by height square. Height square.
For calculating, sir, weight by height square is calculating for, sir.
Ma'am, can you please speak a little bit slowly? Your voice is almost.
Weight
Yeah.
by height square is calculating for, sir.
Weight by height square is used to calculate body mass index.
Okay, sir.
Weight by height square is the formula. 1 minute. Select. We are taking both weight and height as input. First, you give parameter underscore weight by divided by. The result should be less than 24. Don't give weight less than 24. Body mass index should be less than 24 by height square. Height square means height into height. Parameter underscore height. We are taking height value into height. Into, I will take variable underscore BMI. BMI means body mass index. Result will be passed into this particular variable. What I will do is I will declare variable to store body mass index. Declare variable underscore BMI float. And it will return this variable underscore BMI. If you keep it as return 1, whatever you give as input, it will always in the return, after executing the query, it will return only a value called 1. Don't feel that my body mass index is only 1. 10 times better than Virat Kohli. Body mass index is created. Here you have to give your height in meters. What is my height in meters? I didn't bring mobile also. Anyhow, for any calculation, we have Google. Feet to meter converter. Okay. 5.7 feet. 1.73 meter. Okay. 1.73 is height. Weight is some weight. If I click on execute, 72.05. If I click on execute, My body mass index is 24.073. Just in border mass. Like not fat, not fit too. Yeah, you can check. For that mission, there will be some program which is executing in backend. This program will be executed in backend. Some human being did it right. He will do this in backend. Yeah, we should have mission to calculate weight. If we know our weight, we can insert it. If we don't know our weight, how to calculate it? When it comes to system defined functions, these are the predefined functions which are given by SQL. We have to just utilize them. We have to just utilize these functions. If we know the purpose of using them, we can utilize them based on the requirement. Here we have few types of functions called aggregate functions. Aggregate functions, text functions, text functions, date and time functions, date and time functions, ranking functions, and statistical functions. And statistical function. Online people, please be in mute. Aggregate functions, text functions, date and time functions, ranking functions, and statistical functions. These are the type of functions that we have in SQL which are system defined. These are given by system. We have to just utilize them. We can just utilize these functions and we can do small calculations. When it comes to aggregate functions, we have functions called sum. For example, if we want to use sum function, we have to write select sum of column name from table name. From table name. If you execute this particular query, you will get the total value. Sum function is used to give total value. It will add all the values present throughout that particular column and it will give the total value. Total value. If you want to see the total balance present in the bank, you can execute select sum of current balance from account details. Select sum of current balance from account details. It will give the total amount which is present in bank, which means total amount which is present in all customers' accounts. After that, we have a function called max. Max is used to give maximum value. Maximum value. Select max of column name from table name, which will returns the maximum value. If you want to find the highest balance, like that, you have to use this max function. Min. Min is used to return the minimum value. Minimum value. Min is used to return the minimum value. Max is used to return the maximum value and min is used to return the minimum value.
Sir,
Yeah.
Maximum value, it's mean the particular one value, na sir.
One value only. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Highest value.
Okay, sir.
Minimum value means least value in that particular column.
Okay. Total customer account sections, one particular customer have more balance that shown in maximum value.
Yeah. Maximum value in that
Okay,
specified column.
okay, sir.
After that, we have a function called count. Count will count the number of records. We already used the count functions. It will count the number of records. If you execute select count of star or count of specified column names, it will count the number of records. Number of records or number of rows present in that particular column. After that, we have a function called distinct. It is a row-wise function. It is not a column-wise function. It is a row-wise function. This distinct is used to print the output without duplicates. Without duplicates. It will print the output without duplicates. Select distinct of column name from table name. If you execute this query, it will print all the values without duplicates. Without duplicates. After that, we have something called distinct count. We don't have any function called distinct count. If you want to get the count of records without duplicates, you have to write count of distinct of column name. Count of distinct of column name. Column name. This will returns. Here you have to mention column name. Count without duplicates. Will return count of records without duplicates. These are the aggregate functions we will use in SQL. Sum, max, min, count, distinct count. We can use average also. Average. AVG. AVG. Which will give average value of the throughout the column. Average value of that specified column. Select average of column name from table name. It will give average value of that specified column. These are the aggregate functions. Using these functions is very easy, but you should know the purpose of using them. You should know the purpose of using them. If we will use in normal select query, instead of some, we will mention some other column names based on the requirement. Instead of some, we will write some other functions, and some we can mention some other column names based on requirements. After that, we have something called
Sir,
text functions. Yeah.
sir, sir, in distinct, sir, can you explain one more time? In distinct, sir,
Distinct will
the
print
duplicates were
without duplicates. If you have
like,
any
sir, in
duplicates in the
table,
column, yeah,
like in a table, there are two amounts, like 1 lakh are two times, so they did not count.
yeah, yeah, it will give only one time. It will not print
Okay,
two times. If you
okay.
have any duplicate values, it will remove duplicates and it will print.
Sir, can you please give any example for count distinct of column?
If you want, distinct will remove duplicates, right? Distinct will remove duplicates. Normal distinct function will remove duplicates. And count function will count the number of records. Count of distinct of will give the count of records without duplicates. It will give count of number of records without duplicate values. These are just functions, just to calculate, just to do small calculations. That's all. If you want count of number of records without duplicates, you have to use count of distinct of. After that, we have something called text functions. Text functions. These text functions are used to work on text or character or varchar or text data type columns. When it comes to these text functions, the first function that we have is concat. Most important thing, concat. This concat is used to merge or add two columns. Merge or add two text columns. Text columns. If you have two columns called first name and last name, in the output, if you want full name, for example, in first name, there is a value called Tharun, and last name, there is a value called Allah. If you want output as full name, you have to use concat of first name, comma, last name. In the output, it will return full name, which is Tharun Chawla. Concat will merge or add two text columns. It is also a row-wise function. It will work row by row.
So when I want to give a space in between, so do
You
we
have to
need
add
give any?
space as a character. You have to give space as a character, which means you have to give first name, comma, space. You have to give one space as a character. You should not mention anything except space in between semicolons and last name. First name, comma, in semicolons, you have to give space, comma, last name. It will give Tharun space Challa. Okay.
Oh.
After concat, we have a function called upper, which is used to convert text into uppercase, which means capital letters. Select upper of column name from table name, which will print that column in uppercase letters. After that, we have lower, which is used to convert the text into lowercase. These are normal things. These things anyone can use. Don't worry about them. After that, we have something called trim. This is the one of the most important function which we will use in data cleaning. Trim is used to remove unnecessary spaces. Remove unnecessary spaces. Remove unnecessary spaces in a text. For example, we have one name called Ram. You inserted one name called Ram into the table. But while typing, you gave Ram space, and you close the quotation, single quotation mark. After space, you close the single quotation mark. Now this Ram became the 4-character word, RAM and space. There are 4 characters in this particular string. There are 4 characters. There are 4 characters in this particular string. Now, if you select star from table name where name equal to Ram, it will not show, because the actual name is Ram space. Space is also a character. If you just select star from table name where name equal to Ram, it will not print the details of Ram. because the value is ram space. You have to search with space also. But we cannot find spaces. Space will not appear, right? If you execute select star from table name and if you see the name called ram, it will appear like this only, normally ram. This space will not appear. Then how can you find the spaces? How to remove these spaces? Means we have a command called trim. If you just use the command called trim of name, it will remove all the spaces which are unnecessary, which are after the text and before the text. If you have any spaces before the character and after the character, this trim will remove. Before or after string, after the text or string, whatever it might be. It will remove the unnecessary spaces. And in the final result, you will have only ram as name. Then you can search again because space is removed by using trim command. And
So
in trim,
in this,
yeah.
so in this trim command, we can use only to the column where a single character, that means single name are there. Because for example, if I'm using Venkatesh
No, it will
space
work
Raju,
throughout the column, row by row. It will work for all the records.
but in case if my name is full name is Venkatesh space Raju, I didn't want
Yeah.
to remove that space because it
Yeah,
should,
it
there
will
should be a
not
space.
remove necessary spaces. It will not remove any spaces between the text. It will
Okay.
remove only unnecessary spaces which are before or at the end of the text. Okay.
Or two space or three space extra
If you
spaces which
give
is there.
2 or 3 spaces in between the text, it will remove them.
Okay.
If you give more than one space between the text, it will remove. In trim itself, we have 2 more functions called ltrim and rtrim. ltrim, rtrim. ltrim is nothing but of left trim, rtrim is nothing but of right trim. If you have any spaces before the text or in the left side of the text, you have to only, if you want to remove them, you have to use ltrim. It will remove any spaces only before the text. If you have any spaces only after the text, then you have to use, only to remove them, you have to use rtrim. If you remove trim, it will remove both before and after the text, both left side and right side. After that, we have length function, length of column name, which will give the length of the text, number of characters present in the text, length of the string or length of the text, length of text. For example, Ram is a 3-lettered word. It will print 3. If it is a 3-lettered word, it will just print 3. After that, we have something called char index. Char index, which is rarely used, but it is also important to learn. Char index is used to find the position of the letter, position of the string, position of the string or position of the character, whatever you might consider. Character. For example, I have some name. Kiran space Kumar. I have a name called Kiran Kumar, Kiran space Kumar. If you want to find the position of n, if you want to find the position of n, you have to use char index and you have to give the letter called n. It will find the position of n. At what position it is coming? K is in first position, I is in second position, R is in third position, A is in fourth position, N is in fifth position. It will return 5. Char index is used to find the position of the string. These are the text functions that we will use more. These are the text functions that we will use more.
Sir, what we write, select char of index
Select
of
char
an
index of column name, comma, that letter which you want to give. Select char index of that particular column name and the letter which you want to give.
sir, write the syntax, sir. Write the
Yeah.
query.
Select char index of that column name. You have to give column name. Column name, comma, that character which you want to find. If you want to find n, you have to give n from table name. If you want to find only one specified character, only for one specified name, you have to give that name in where condition, where name is equal to particular value, or where id is equal to, for this particular person only, I want to find the char index. Then you will get.
So, sir, in char index, we apply where condition also.
Yeah, this normal select query only. We can use where condition, whatever you want. While using this aggregated function only, we will use group by and having some max, min, count, distinct, average. While using this aggregated column only, we will use group by. After that, we have something called date and time function. Date and time function. What are the date and time functions that we used in SQL?
It shows the year, month, and day and time together.
No, what are the functions that we use, not data type. Date and time functions that we used in SQL related to date and related to time. We use nuvof. Nuvof is a function which is used to print current date and time. Current or present date and time. Just select nuvof. Select nuvof will print current date and time. After that, we use timestamp diff. Timestamp diff. Timestamp diff. What is the purpose of using timestamp diff? In the timestamp diff, we have to give format, which means whether you want to calculate in month, year, or day. You want to calculate time different in months or years or days, you have to mention that. After that, we have to mention start date, and we have to mention end date. It will print the time difference between start date and end date. It will print the time difference between start date and end date in the required format. If you want in months, it will print in months. If you want in year, it will print in years. If you want in day, it will print in day. While using function called age calculator, we used in year format. While we are trying to find last 6 months transactions, we used in month format. While using last 6 months,
Can you show time span difference in scale, sir?
we already used this function. You can check in previous queries.
Okay,
Because
sir.
giving all these functions is not possible. We have almost list of functions. If you want, I will share the query at the end of the session. I will share whole query. Just we should know the purpose of using them. That's all. Timestamp diff we used in 4 or 5 queries. 4 or 5 times we used the same timestamp diff. Timestamp diff. After that, we will mention whether it is month, year, or day. After that, we have to give start date and end date. After that, we have current underscore date. Current underscore date, which will just print today's date or today's current date or today's date. Where now of function is used to print both date and time, current date will print only date. Current date. After that, we have function called year of. Year of, if you give any date column name, it will print only year value in the output. Year value in the output. Even if you have throughout complete date in that specified column, it will print only the year value. After that, we have month of, which will print only month number. We have day of also similarly, which will print day number. For example, if we have date called if we had this specified date, if you are using year function, it will print only year value, like 2023. If you are using month function, it will give only month value, 04. If you are using day function, it will return day value, which is 04 again. If you want to print separate year, month, and days separately, you have to use this specified function called year, month, and day separately. After that, we have something called month name. If you use month name function, if you give any date value or if you give this month value, it will return the name of the month. If you return this particular value, if you give this particular value, it will return April as month. As it is 04, it will return April as month. Month name will return only month value, name of the month. After that, date add. We have a function called date add. If you want to get nth day from today, nth day from today, For example, today's date is, what is the date? Is it
10,
10th?
sir.
10/05/2023. If you want any day after 100 days, day after 100 days, you have to give date add. You have to give this date, comma, if you give 100, it will print the 100th day. 100th day date. 100th day date. 100th day date. This date add function is used to find something called expiry date, like that. Expiry date. If it is the manufacture day, if they are keeping something like this should be used before 180 days something, they will give 180 here. It will show them the expiry date in the result output. It will add the number of days and it will print the 180th day in the output. And the product should be used before that day. date add, we have day of week function. Day of week. To get month name, we used month name function. To get the day name, we have to use day of week function. Day of week. If you use day of week of date, any date value, it will print whether it is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, whatever it might be. It will print the day name. Whatever it might be, it will print the day name completely. You have to use day of week function. Day of week function. These are the most important date and time functions that we will use. After that, we have two more type of functions called ranking functions and statistical functions. Ranking functions and statistical functions. Statistical functions. Okay, let us go with these ranking functions and statistical functions. When it comes to this ranking functions, we will also call it as window functions. Window functions. When it comes to these window functions, we have functions called rank, dense rank, and row number. Row underscore number. Rank, dense rank, and row number. Here, let us consider I have a table in which I am storing students' mark details. I have name of the student, subject, and marks columns. Name of the student, subject, and marks columns. Let us consider I have 4 students who are attending maths exam. 4 students who are attending maths exam. Four students are attending maths exam and they got following marks. They got following marks. And the same 4 students attended science exam also. Same 4 students attended science exam also. Their marks in science exam are as follows. Their marks in science exam are as follows. If I want to give them ranks based on mark, if I want to give them rank based on marks, this is normal ranking, not using functions. If I want to give them rank, what will be their ranks? Who will get the first rank? Who will get the first rank? Who will get the first rank? Hello? Guys, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir. Ram, sir. Ram.
Who will get the first rank? The people
John,
who
sir.
got 99 marks will get first rank.
John,
Highest
99 and
John,
90.
These two people
Highest.
will get
John.
first rank. Who will get the second rank? 96. Who will get the third rank? 94. Who will get the fourth rank? 92. Who will get the fifth rank? 90. Sorry, 91. Who
Sir,
will get the
but
sixth
then
rank?
in the name
90.
section, sir,
Yeah, 1 minute.
both
I am
the
going to tell the same thing. I am going to tell the same. Seventh rank. I have only 4 people. How do I got 7 ranks? How do I got 7 ranks? Which means the thing which I am using is not correct. The ranking methodology which I used is not correct. For writing a rank query, rank function, the syntax will be as follows. Select, and you have to write column names which you want to print. Name, comma, marks, comma, you have to give just rank of. And while writing these statistical functions or ranking functions, we have something called other class called over. Based on which value we are giving rank, we have to mention it in over class. Over marks, over order by marks, descending, which means from highest value to least value based on marks, I am giving the ranks. If you just give order by marks, it will take in ascending order, and for least marks person will get the first rank. You have to mention over order by marks. Based on this logic, you are taking rank for each and every person from table name. For example, table name is student marks. From student marks. If you take like this, if you take any query like this, it will give rank as follows. It will give rank as follows. The same ranks will be reflected. Same rank will be reflected. But it is wrong. These particular ranks are wrong because we have only 4 students. We have only 4 students and they attended 2 different exams separately. We have to get only 4 ranks as we have only 4 students. Then what we have to do means we have to partition them separately. We have to partition them separately based on the subject name. We have to make them as 2 different partitions. The people who attended maths exam as a separate partition and the people who attended science exam as a separate partition. After over, we can use 2 classes called partition by and order by. Over, you have to mention partition by subject. This partition by will works in the similar way as group by. It will divide data into separate groups. It will divide all the mass values into a single group and all the science values into a single group. All the mass values into a single group and science values into a single group.
sir, in place of over, we use partition by, na, sir.
No, not in place of over. In over class, we have to write partition by subject, order by marks descending. We have to write the whole thing. Partition by
Okay, in
subject,
the
we have to, in the over class, we have to write it.
okay, sir.
Over is mandatory. Based on this over class only, it will give ranks. We cannot give rank of any column name like that. Select name, marks, rank of over. Based on this over class, it will give the ranks. Over partition by subject, order by marks descending, or order by any column. If you want to give first rank for the highest value, you have to mention descending. If you want to give first rank for the least value, you have to give ascending from table name. If you use like this, what this will do become means, what this rank function will become means, it will give ranks based on separate subjects. In maths, first rank, second rank, third rank, and fourth rank. In science, again, it will separate the ranks. Again, in science, first rank, second rank, third rank, and fourth rank. We got 4 ranks separately based on the subject. You will get like this if you use partition by, which is the correct process. Which is the correct process of calculating the rank. This is the correct process of calculating the rank. If you use partition by, you will get like this. Otherwise, you will get 7 ranks for 4 students, which is incorrect. This particular thing is incorrect.
Sir, if it's possible, if the 4 of the name is same and the marks of the 4 people are like of maths and science are summed together and then get a rank.
Yeah, we are giving ranks not based on name. We are giving ranks based on marks only. Even if 4 student names are same, it will take ranks separately only.
Sir, so
No,
in
instead of
separate
partition by,
manner, sir.
now we have used subject, sir. Now, instead of partition by, if we use name, can
Yeah.
we rank these 4? Only 4. Now we have 4 students only, but we
Yeah.
have grouped by subjects. But now we need to group by name, and can we give
Yeah,
them?
we
Between
can
1 to
group by name and we can calculate the sum of marks. We can calculate sum of marks
Can
to
you
get
show
total
that
marks,
query, sir?
and based on total what man?
Can you show
Again,
that query, sir?
yeah. What we have to do means select sum of marks. First, you have to take name, as we are grouping by name. Name, comma, sum of marks from table name, which is student marks. Group by. You have to give name. Group by name. If you execute this query, you will get total marks based on each subject. Based on each subject, you will get total marks. You have to update the total marks column with this value. After taking total marks column, based on that column, you can write rank again. You can write rank function again. You can write rank function again based on that marks, based on the total marks. Then you will get only 4 ranks. Otherwise, you have to take partition by and you have to give ranks separately for each subject. What is this rank function means? This rank function usually skips the rank. It will skips the rank. Rank function will skips the rank whenever it is duplicated. Rank function will skips the rank whenever it is duplicated. Whenever it is duplicated. Whenever it is duplicated. For example, let us think 5 people got first rank. 5 people first rank. And the next rank will be 6th. And next rank will be 6. Because 5 people already got allotted their ranks. And next rank should be 6. This rank function is used to give rank in any entrance exams like that. Rank for entrance exams. If you are writing any entrance exam, if 1 lakh people attended the exam, there will be 1 lakh ranks. There will be 1 lakh ranks. Why? Because they are skipping the ranks. If 10 people got first rank, the next rank is going to be 11. Next rank will not continue one by one. If rank value is getting duplicated, it will skips the rank. We have one more function called dense rank. Dense rank. Dense underscore rank. This dense rank function will give continuous ranks. Continuous ranks, which are nothing but of our progress card ranks. Progress card ranks. In this dense rank function, if 10 people got first rank, the next rank is going to be second. Next rank is going to be second. It is not going to be 11. It is going to be second rank. Even if 10 people again got second rank, the next rank is going to be third only. It will give continuous ranks. Like in our school progress card, there will be 10 people who will be getting first rank and 10 people who will be getting second rank, like that, right? They will use dense rank process. If you use rank will skips the rank and it will give like entrance exam ranks. Here, even if 1,000 people attended the exam and exam, let us consider exam is conducted only for 100 marks, the maximum ranks will be 101. Even that student, if for students who got 100 marks will get first rank, who got 99 marks will get second rank, who got 98 marks will get third rank. Like that, if you keep on going, even if you student got 1 mark, he will get 100th rank. Even if student got 0 marks, he will get 101 rank. Maximum rank is going to be 101 if you are conducting exam for 100 marks. This is the difference between dance rank and dense rank. Yeah, ma'am. Tell me.
Sir, I couldn't understand the above these two queries I'm about to rank. What is in the query syntax? What is the mark and the rank? What we have to mention? What we have to mention in over? And means I couldn't understand this query syntax.
In over class, we have to mention based on which column we are giving the rank. We have to mention based on which column we are giving the rank.
So please write now any syntax query depend on basis of this table.
I didn't get you.
In marks, I have to no. In marks, we have
Yeah.
to mention all the marks like 94, 96, 92, 99. All the
Yeah.
marks we have to mention under marks.
Yeah, we have all the marks of the students, different students.
Please write one query now. Like if we want
Yeah, I shared
Ram,
you the same query.
Ram.
I shared you the same query where we created these tables. The same table will be there. If you execute the query in the workbench, same table will be reflected for you.
Okay, fine.
You can execute that query and check one by one. This in over, you have to mention based on which column you are giving ranks. I am giving order by marks descending, which means order by marks descending means it will sort the marks in descending order, which means highest marks to least marks. It will give the ranks in the same order. Highest marks person will get the first rank and least marks person will get the last rank. If you just give order by marks descending, it will give ranks for both subjects combined, which means I have only 4 students. If I take marks in both subjects combinedly, then I will get 7 ranks for 4 students. Is it possible to give 7 ranks for 4 students? No, it is wrong, completely wrong. Then what we have to do means we have to separate each and every subject differently. We have to partition each and every subject separately. Then we have to use partition by subject, which will divide two different subjects into 2 different groups. The ranks for maths will be allotted separately and the rank for science will be allotted separately. This is the purpose of this over class, where we will give based on which columns we are giving the rank. we have something called dense ranks. Dense rank function will give continuous ranks. Continuous ranks. For example, here I think let us consider this marks of Ram also 99 in maths. Let us consider two people got first rank. There will be no second rank in rank function. 1, 1, 3, 4. Like this, it will skip the rank. As two people got first rank, there will be no second rank. It will skip the second rank and it will continue with third rank. When it comes to dense rank, it will give 1, 1 for the people who got 99 marks. For both the people, it will give first rank. And next rank will be second only. It will give continuous ranks. Dense rank will give, third, not fourth. Dense rank will give continuous ranks. It will not skip any rank. Dense rank will give continuous rank. It will not skip any ranks. After that, we have one more function called row number. Row underscore number. Row number. This row number function is used to find how many times this row is repeated or these details are repeated. For example, I have Ram in this table. I have Ram details in for 2 times. I have Ram details for 2 times. I have John details for 2 times. I have Peter details for 2 times. To find how many times this record is repeated, we have to use row number. Same, we will use over based on which column we are giving, over, order by, and partition by. I will get for Ram row number 1 and 2. Where I have the text called Ram, I will get row number 1 and 2 continuously for them. Where I have Sana, I will get 1 and 2 again for the 2 places. For John, I will get 1 and 2. For Peter, I will get 1 and 2. I have 2 times, each value for 2 times. I will get 1 and 2 for each people. If I am getting any value beyond 2, which means for Ram, if I am getting 3. Ram, if I am getting 3. For suppose there is one more record with the name of Ram. And if I am getting 3, which means Ram value is duplicated. Ram value is given more number of times. Like that, we can find how many times the value is duplicated by using row number function. We can find how many times the value is duplicated by using row number function. These are the 3 ranking functions that we have in SQL. Rank, dense rank, and row number. Rank, dense rank, and row number. After that, we have something called statistical function. Statistical functions. In statistical functions, we have 2 functions which are called lag and lead. These are the most important functions, lag and lead. Lag and lead. Lag is used to get previous value, and lead is used to get the next value. Lag and lead. Lag is used to get the previous value and lead is used to get the next value. These functions will be similarly used like ranking functions. We have to write over class and we have to give partition and order by classes. Say similarly like ranking functions. For example, we have a column of employees, table of employees. We have employee name, year and salary. Year. We have employee name, year, and salary. I have only 2 employees. Ram, in the year 2018, his salary is 15K. In the year 2019, his salary is 23K. In the year 2020, his salary is 24K. In the year 2023, his salary is 2021. His salary is 27K. In the year 2021, this is 2021, 2022, his salary is 30K. In the year 2023, his salary is 35K. These are the salaries of Ram. Year-wise salaries. He is working in the company from year called 2018. From those year, that particular year, I have his salaries. And you have one more person called John. Let us consider John joined in 2020. His salary is 22K in the starting, 25K in the next year, 29K in the third year, and 32K in fourth year. Like that, his salary is increased. His salary is increased year-wise. Both Ram's salary and John's salary increased year-wise. For example, if you want to compare the salaries of Ram and John for year 2021, for the year 2021, what will we write? Select name, comma, salary from employee table where year equal to 2021. If you give where year equal to 2021, where year equal to 2021, it will give only salaries of Ram and John for the year 2021. It will print the output called Ram, John, and their salaries in the year 2021. For John, the salary is 25K, and for Ram, 27K. 27K and 25K. Salary will be shown like this. You can compare their two salaries in the year 2021. What if you want to compare their own previous salary and their own next salary? I want to compare Ram's previous salary with his current salary. We are in the year 2021, and I want to compare what is Ram's previous salary. Ram's previous salary. If you want to find the previous salary, which means 2020 salary, you have to use lag of salary. Lag function will print the previous value, which means it will print 2020 value. What is the salary of Ram in 2020? 24K. 24K. For both, what is the salary of John in 2020? 22K. 22K. It will print previous salaries. After that, if you want to compare the next salary also, you have to use lead function, lead of, and you have to write over partition by and all. Lead will give the next value. After 2021, what is the next salary of John? 29K. What is the next salary of Ram? 2022, 30K. We have to print these two things. 30K, 29K. If you consider this table after using lag and lead functions, the table will be like Ram, which is previous salary, which is, what is the previous salary of Ram? 24K. Present salary, which means in the year we are calculating for the year 2021. Present salary is 27K. And the next salary, future salary for Ram is going to be 30K. For the person called John, previous salary is 22K. Current salary is 25K. And next salary is going to be 29K. Like this, we can compare the values within themselves by using the function called statistical functions. We have functions called lag and lead. Lag is used to get the previous value and lead is used to get the next value. Lag is used to get the previous value and lead is used to get next value. These are the functions that we have in SQL. If we know the purpose of using each and every function, we can do research on them and we can use them based on the requirement. But we have to understand the purpose of using each and every function. That is the main motive of this functions class. We have to understand the purpose of using them. And guys, today and tomorrow, prepare for the interview well. Prepare for the SQL classes, prepare for interview. Whatever the topics which you felt that you don't have confidence, prepare on those topics today and tomorrow completely. Tomorrow we will not have any sessions. By today's session itself, we are completing whole SQL syllabus. Today and tomorrow, prepare for interview completely. Day after tomorrow, I will take one session where I will take 2 sessions where I will revise whole SQL once and I will give most important interview questions for you. I will give most important interview questions. For that particular session, there will be no Zoom class and there will be no recorded session. That's why please try to attend offline. Only offline session will be conducted. I will revise whole SQL from beginning and I will also give interview questions, most important interview questions that will be asked for a fresher interview. And I will give answers for those interview questions also.
Sir, timing, sir?
Normal regular times, 7:15 to 8:30 like that.
Okay, sir.
After that particular session, day after today is Wednesday, tomorrow Thursday, Friday we are going to have interview revision, and Saturday we are going to have mock interviews. Saturday I will take mock interviews. All of you should attend for those mock interviews. Okay. Friday I will take how to attend the interview. All the interview related things I will take on Friday session, and Saturday you have to attend for the mock interviews, where you will get a interview experience. And if you attend mock interview, you will lose the nervousness for attending interview. You will feel some more confidence and you will understand how to answer for the questions in the interview. Okay. Today and tomorrow, prepare for the topics which you are not confident. And in the same interview class, I will keep on revising from starting to end. If you have any doubts there, you can ask me one more time.
Okay, sir.
Guys. Okay, guys. Thank you for the session. Bye.
Thank you, sir.